Hey there everybody, I'm Joe the Disney Guy and welcome to the very first edition of a Disney Channel movie review. For these episodes, I'll try to give you guys background information when it's available, but for the most part, we're just going to be taking a look back at a Disney Channel original movie, with some opinions peppered in, of course. So now that that's out of the way, let's jump right in. Back when the Disney Channel first started in 1983, they had a few original movies produced for them a year, first called Disney Channel Premiere Films, and then later changed to Premieres. Get it? Preem-ears? Ears? Like, you know, like Mickey Mouse? Whatever, you guys just don't get humor. In August of 1997, Premieres were rebranded as Disney Channel Original Movies, and that's still what they're known as to this day. Today, we're going to be looking at one of the earliest Disney Channel original movies, Brink, a movie so extreme that there's even an exclamation point in the title. The story starts with our main character, Andy Brink Brinker, running late for a skate session with his friends. Alright, let's just address something real quick. This movie was made in 1998, and there are 90s cliches everywhere in this film, so I say that we have ourselves a counter to keep track of them all. Right off the bat, the movie features an extreme sport, in this case aggressive inline skating, and we get our first taste of the, at times, unintelligible 90s punk rock soundtrack. So Brink finally meets up with his stereotypes, or friends, Jordy, the goofy, sometimes slow-witted one, Peter, the best friend, and Gabriella, the tough-talking tomboy character that always seemed to pop up during this time period.
Anybody say anything and I'll hand you a body part.
The gang decides to train for upcoming invitational and championship tournaments by skating to a skate park known as The Pit.
I told you guys, this is going to be a perfect start to the last day of summer vacation.
Oh man, why'd you have to remind us?
Because it's a plot point, Peter. Come on, keep up. But soon after arriving, they are greeted by the obvious villain Val and his evil skating team, Team X-Blades. Using an unnecessary X in a villain name, I want to count it. So the basic issue between Brink's group and Val's group is that the X-Blades are sponsored and skate for money, while Brink's group is known as Soul Skaters and skate just because it's fun. Why is it such a crime to get paid to skate? I don't know, but it just is, so let's move along. So Val tricks the Soul Skaters into leaving the pit, sparking an all-out prank war that stretches all the way through the first day of school, featuring a nutritious warm sandwich for Val. Gross-eyed humor! Val then challenges Brink and his friends to a race right there at school, and whoa, is that the Black Power Ranger? It is! It is the Black Power Ranger! What would Zordon say if he knew that one of his Rangers was skating with the bad guys? Go, Power Ranger! Of course, skating at school is against the rules, so Brink has to convince his friends to go through with the race.
Brink, you get in trouble, man. Dude, we're going to have to skate against these guys sooner or later. Why not sooner?
Yeah, why not?
I swear, Brink has some of the lamest arguments to convince his friends to do things, and yet they somehow go along with it. I mean, take this gem for example.
You're not thinking about skating to the beach, are you? Why not, Jordy? Well, guys, it's like 1,000,000 miles away.
Jordy. When you woke up this morning, did you say to yourself, today I'm gonna talk, or today I'm gonna skate?
I mean, come on, that's not even an argument. That's just some weird, nonsensical saying. So the race goes along as planned until the Black Power Ranger hurts himself, causing Brink to stop and check on him and call for a nurse, getting everyone in trouble and sent home for the day. Brink's dad, a construction foreman who was out of work after suffering a back injury, is less than thrilled with Brink's suspension, and even more angry when he hears why Brink got in trouble. This is probably a good time to mention how a lot of the characters in the movie talk. Maybe it's because I myself was never a skater, but it's like these guys are speaking a different language at times. I think Brink's dad sums up my feelings towards the dialogue best.
What up, Dad?
English, Dad up.
We find out that Brink's family is having some financial problems, so when Val mentions that there's an opening on their sponsored team due to the Black Ranger's injury, Brink decides to sneak off from his friends and try out. Brink impresses and makes the team, with the conditions that no one finds out that he's on the X-Blades and that Brink has to stop messing with Val in public. Brink agrees and gets all new gear.
Sup, kitty?
What's in the bag?
Where's my stuff?
You got more stuff now than when you left. What's in the bag?
Annoying, fast-talking, high IQ little sibling? But Brink's dad isn't happy when his son brings up the idea of joining a skating team for money and forbids him from doing it. So hold on, we just established that your family's having financial problems. You were joking about not being able to pay the mortgage. You're out of a job. Your son can make $200 a week skating. And you say no? Does this seem unreasonable to anybody else? Of course, Brink ignores his father's orders and continues to blow off his friends to secretly train with Team X-Blade / be berated by Val, while also working a job at a pet cleaner that his dad got him. Everything comes to a head when Brink pulls a Ferris Bueller to go and skate with Team X-Blades at the Invitational without letting his friends know, but they of course find out and then shun him from their group. This prompts Brink to quit Team X-Blades, but when his friends still won't take him back, he rejoins the team because...
You bailed on them and you bailed on me. The difference is, I'm willing to be a friend again.
Yeah, because you were such a friend to him when you were yelling and embarrassing him in public. Though, with the way that Brink usually argues.
Why not sooner?
Val's probably making a very compelling point. So Brink rejoins the X-Blades and gets depressed. His dad tries to talk to him about it, but obviously that doesn't work. One day, while training for the dreaded downhill course, the X-Blades run into the Soul Skaters, and Val forces Brink to race Gabriella. So they race despite Brink's protest, but Val sabotages the course, causing Gabriella to take a massive fall and hurt herself. The guys blame Brink blames Val, and everybody's angry at everybody else. Brink visits Gabriella to apologize for joining the X-Blades and for her injury, but Gabby isn't having any of it.
My family really needed the money.
We all need the money, Brink. What does that have to do with it? That's how it starts, you know? First, you do something that you really love. And then you start doing it for the money. And before you know it, you're just another sellout.
I hate to keep harping on this, but we heard Brink's parents talking before about struggling to pay the mortgage. I think that Brink needed the money a bit more than the others. And hey, maybe my morals are just different, but does making money to help out your family really make you a sellout? So Brink takes his existential crisis home and runs into his dad. Brink admits everything to him and gets some surprisingly good advice back.
You are defined by the company you keep and how well you keep it. You are Andy Brinker. You are a good son. And you are a good friend. And tomorrow, if you never skate again, you are still Andy Brinker.
Be still my heart. A character in this movie who gives good and logical advice. I didn't even know that was allowed. So Brink quits the X-Blades again, throws a chocolate shake in Val's face, is defended by the Black Power Ranger, apologizes to his friends, and is accepted back after saying that he used his salary from the pet cleaners to sponsor the team. So wait a second, I thought the whole argument here was that there were soul skaters and that they didn't need any sponsors and that sponsorship was evil. Or was it the people who were doing the sponsoring for X-Blades that were evil? You know, I've lost all track at this point, I don't even know. So Team Puppin Suds... Come on guys, I get that they're the sponsor, but you couldn't pick a cooler name than Puppin Suds? Why not Team Soul Skaters? So Team Puppin Suds arrives at the National Championship that they're somehow a part of, despite being total unknowns.
Virtual unknown. We don't know a whole lot about this team, and a great run so far from an unknown skater.
But they managed to do pretty well. Brink's dad even comes to watch his son skate with the news that he got his job as a foreman back. Of course, the competition comes to a winner-take-all showdown between Val and Brink on the downhill course. Brink takes the lead after a wipeout from Val, but Val fakes an injury, knowing that Brink can't help but to check on him. Val's underhanded tactics work, and he leaves Brink in the dust. Brink then leaves the course for a shortcut, resulting in an immediate disqualification. Or allowing him to catch up legally with Val, one or the other. Brink wins by a nose, the Soul Skaters win the championship, and Val is kicked off the X-Blades and shunned for cheating. And yet nobody calls what Brink did cheating? Whatever. Woo! Soul skating! Brink declines one last invitation to rejoin the X-Blades as captain, and everybody lives happily ever after. So that's Brink, and yeah, it can be a little silly and a bit goofy at times, but it's actually not that bad. The skating scenes can be pretty cool. I actually kind of like the message of don't let others define you that the movie tries to get across, and the scenes with Brink and his dad are actually surprisingly heartfelt and well done. And no, it's not like this movie is a tour de force of cinema or anything, but if you just accept it for what it is, a fun little Disney Channel movie, then I think you'll find Brink pretty entertaining and enjoyable. Well guys, that about wraps it up for me this week. I hope you all enjoyed this first edition of Disney Channel Movie Reviews, and leave all your opinions and comments down below. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter and like my Facebook page for all of the updates involving the channel. And if you like this video, be sure to check out last week's video and next week's video. And I will see you all here next week.